Hey everybody, today you get to see me in real form and real life. Still in my pajamas. I slept in today, but I wanted to get this video done. So I'll be doing some dishes and whatever else I need to do. Some laundry probably. But I wanted to get, like I said, I wanted to get a video in and feeling a little bit better from the last video I did. Working on videos and getting my blog up has really helped with not being able to physically go to my therapist and my psychologist. Self-therapy is a big deal, even for those who do have therapists and psychologists, because it's more therapy, it's extra therapy, and it's you talking about you in your truest form. So, with that being said, today we're going to talk about my personal experience with unclear or shifting self-image. And if I can, I'm going to try to get in impulsive or self-destructive behaviors. That one is kind of long for me because, yes, I've got a list. I'm not comfortable sharing everything, but maybe one day. So your sense of self is typically unstable. Sometimes you feel good about yourself, but other times you hate yourself or even view yourself as evil. You probably don't have a clear idea of who you are or what you want in life. As a result, you may frequently change jobs, friends, lovers, religion, values, goals, or even sexual identity. Okay. I've never had to deal with sexual identity. I've always identified as a woman, a girl, whatever. So that's never been an issue for me personally. I'm pretty positive I mentioned this before. I've never met anyone else with BPD. I've recently tried to find online social networking platforms to try to connect with other people. So far, I really haven't had any luck. And I would love to, just to compare stories, and I've read so much information online, front and back. So I would love to actually meet somebody or have a conversation. I don't necessarily need or have to be face to face because, well, and that's scary. But to talk to somebody else with BPD, that would be all right. Relationships, many, and I don't mean just sexual relationships or boyfriend girlfriend type. I mean relationships throughout my whole life. My family, they probably don't even know that I have a diagnosis, and honestly, I think I finally just don't care that I don't speak to them anymore. Sometimes I do, sometimes it hurts, because they help create me. And they don't take responsibility for that, and that's another video for another time. I have had relationships, as in boyfriend and girlfriend relationships. People with BPD, they love, and when they love immensely. And I can remember this going back to even friendships in kindergarten, and how it affected me if I thought my friend didn't like me anymore when we were in kindergarten. And the majority, or the norm, we're kindergartners. That's how we act, you know? Like, even watching my own kids go through kindergarten, that is normal. Or the majority, whatever. I hate the word normal. My giver's life had other children, and they would make fun of me because I cry all the time, and I would get so easily upset. And I remember my giver's life not understanding my emotional state either. And I mean, the littlest things, still to this day, I mean, that's just something I haven't been able to get a handle on, is my emotions. Being self-aware has helped me tremendously understand myself, think before I act. So many things, but one thing is I still cannot control my emotions. So it is hard on even the relationship I have now. But when you love so intensely, and it's real, and you don't, like, I never realized I loved differently and loved more than the person that I was with, who didn't understand that I loved them. Like, I truly 100% would have taken a bullet for you, and that ruined a lot of relationships, both their fault and mine, friendships included. I did have the same best friend for 13 years, and then I'm not sure why we grew apart, really. I would like to think I know somewhat of it, but I'm not 100% sure. So, over the years, in high school, I had a best friend. We had a lot of fun together. Do I regret any of it? Nah. You know, and then I'm a giver. I give, and I don't get a lot of receiving in return. So, once again, with BPD, when a person with borderline is done, they are done, and they can cut you off like it's no tomorrow. And that is so true. And it doesn't mean, I don't really think it means they don't necessarily care about you anymore. It's just, they're done. In my situation, I've given in every relationship, given plenty of opportunity to know that there's a problem, know that it needs fixed, and know if it's not going to get fixed, I'm done. And I guess because I'm compassionate and caring, and I really truly have a big heart, or had. I don't know if I do anymore. I've changed a lot since my diagnosis, even. But like, it wasn't taken seriously, maybe, I don't know. And then also, you know, I've made mistakes. I'm human. All humans make mistakes. And I promise you, I am human. I bleed red. I get sick. I mean, I am human. Borderline people are human beings, just like the rest of the world. I don't switch religion. I've always believed in God up until recently. Throughout the last couple of years, I've really changed my mind about how I view and see religion. That's a different video for a different time. But jobs. I've had more jobs than anybody I know. And I could sit here and give you a list, But by the time I was finished, I would remember 8 more that I forgot about. The only jobs that really actually stick for me are seclusion, where I don't have to be around a bunch of people, or fast pace, extremely fast pace, where you don't even have to, like waitressing. I would do that the rest of my life, as long as it was a very busy place. It gets too slow, and people start getting up in your business, and things just start going in a direction that I can't handle, or I'm under appreciation. I am a worker. I've always been a worker. Hard worker. We'll work overtime. We'll pick up, do anything for anybody. I worked my ass off from the time I was 15 until this last year. And I'm still yet to find a job I was ever appreciated at. Physically demanding is good for borderlines. And I wish more of us could find more physically demanding jobs. But a lot of us are women. Not all of us. I'm not going to say a majority, but there's a lot of women with borderline personality disorder, and going out and getting a physically demanding job, and sometimes it's not glamorous, so we don't want to do it. Sometimes we can't get it because we're not a man. Sometimes we can't keep them because we're emotional. And they, instead of understanding that we're just crying because that's what we do, that's how we handle every single emotion we have, mad, sad, happy, whatever, they think we can't handle our job. And it's retarded. So, I can't take criticism without crying. I'm not going to quit. Now, if you make me feel underappreciated for all the things, if I do 100 million extra things that is not even in my job description, but I took it upon myself to just go ahead and do it because it needed done, and then you come and yell at me for this one minor thing and neglect to notice, yeah, then that's when I get, well, F this place, and I will quit. That's just how I've always done things. Let's see, values and goals. My goals have changed a lot. As well. I honestly am all about the mental health now. I think every single person with mental health issues and diagnoses and disorders, as long as they're stable and are not a threat to the environment or going to hurt anybody, and I'm not judging those people because, look, I get it, but those are the people that should just be able to have a job in the healthcare field, the mental health field. Like, those are the people that understand the other people. Like, I'm dealing with an issue right now with our own government calling me. I've called this lady a million times, and it says, her machine even says, "Well, return your phone call promptly." And this was before the coronavirus, so this started before the coronavirus, so this is not a coronavirus issue. But knowing why I'm calling, what I'm needing, and my diagnosis, my comorbid diagnosis, and she has no intentions on ever returning my phone call, I don't think. And that's just one example. One time I went to my therapist office, and one of the receptionists was extremely rude to me. And it's like, I'm walking into a mental health facility to get help for my mental health, and you are treating me like I'm scum. Something wrong with that. So, this is examples. I mean, we should be the ones training other people how to speak to, that's just something I'm very passionate about as well. My goals used to be somebody that somebody else wants to be. That sounds silly probably, but I think that's most of everybody's. I think that's normal, or the majority's dream. Like, I want to be an astronaut. That's about the same thing. And it took me a long time to realize that that is a silly dream or goal to have. I used to care about what other people thought of me. I used to care about my appearance, and don't get me wrong, I don't want to go out into the world in my pajamas, and which I do, don't get me wrong there either, but I'm not going to go out on a date with my boyfriend like this. But I also don't care what people think of me. I don't care how the people that have hurt me feel about me and my issues, and because they've done, there's no difference. I don't care about their lies and their extra. I've just changed. And it's hysterical because my givers of life and their other children, I don't have a family anymore because of a lie that I concocted in my 6-month suicide plan. And when I say attempt, I really mean a true 100% attempt. I did not plan to live. Trust me, going through these steps to get my life back together is way harder than just nothingness. But, I have the opportunity to do so I am trying. But those same people that didn't even ask me if I was okay or why I did this, or even help me to actually get the right kind of help, nothing. Our irony, here it is. A family of liars, or I'm disowned for a lie from a family of liars because of all of the things that they are saying about me. And I think it's funny. I think it's hilarious, actually, because they continue to broaden my mind and my goals and my values. Everything that I was before I got where I am right now, got the right diagnosis, the right help, and setting on the right path, is everything I never wanted to be. It took getting this diagnosis, getting this help, getting a chance to have my eyes open to who I was and what I was doing, and somebody saying, okay, I know it feels normal because it's been normal, but this isn't normal. And when I say normal, I mean majority. The majority doesn't do this. I know you feel like the majority does this because you feel like it's your normal. It's your normal. But the majority doesn't do that. That's not how this happens. It's not how they feel. This is not how this is not, you know. So it took all that to understand that what I was doing and how I was reacting to my own emotions and my own feelings is not normal. If somebody's gonna leave, they're gonna leave because they want to, no matter what I do or my reaction or action to make them stay. If somebody's gonna hurt me, they're gonna do it. I have to cope and go through the steps, not fall apart at the seams and do what the first thing that pops in my head. And most importantly, I am worthy. I am worth living. No matter how hard the fight is, it's worth it. There is light at this very, very long tunnel. There's light. And it will shine bright when I step out of it. And just as well with everybody else. So I'm gonna wrap this up. Next video will be on self-destruction. Thanks for listening. Remember to subscribe and hit the like button. Until next time. And just one more thing to touch up on. Sorry about all the commotion. My dogs are in here and they have to play with each other. And when I mean play, I mean they literally act like they're hurting, like fighting, but they're not. So they're just a little wild. And my little one, I have a corgi, and then I have a King Corso, Great Dane mix, and one's 13 weeks, one's a year. Very big difference in size. And my corgi just keeps going back for more. It's like she enjoys it. But anyway, as far as sometimes you feel good about yourself, okay, so, and I've read a lot of articles online about other people feeling the same way. 1 minute you can feel like you can conquer the whole world, and you can get so much done, and the very next minute you are just the worst person in the world. I often compare myself to the devil, or the spawn of Satan, or I must be as evil as a killer or a rapist, because that is the treatment I get. That's how I feel. And especially when I don't get any validation for the way that I feel, it makes me feel worse about myself, because having that fight in your head, whether it's your disorder or it's real life, that is a fight, like an actual constant battle with yourself. And if somebody does something wrong and then manipulates you into believing it's your disorder and you're crazy, you have no leg to stand on. You have no idea how to sort that out. If you never are validated for any reason for being upset, and it just getting blamed on something, so it makes you feel bad about yourself. You can't do nothing right. You're worthless. You're horrible. You're evil. You must be no good. You have no worth of living. So that's just something I wanted to cover along with that. There's things that get better with the diagnosis, and that's good. There's things you can change, and I'm hoping. I'm very fresh into this. My diagnosis was in September. Sorry, my diagnosis was in September, and I'm still. All this is still very fresh, and I'm still learning. The things that changed immediately was eye-opening behaviors, like my self-destructive behaviors and doing without thinking. Those types of things changed immediately once I was aware of it. Not my first appointment, obviously, but as I was able to, when I got a diagnosis and I was able to research and read it and learn, and then my therapist giving me books, and I was able to realize that my behaviors weren't okay. So, but a lot of the other, like the self inside stuff, I'll be honest, I have doubts that those feelings are ever going to change completely, or they'll come up at certain times. So let's hope for the best, But that is the unclear or shifting self-image to go over. Like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I will do my best or try to get you in the right direction. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Thanks.